Yeah, my name is Alessandro Straccia, and I'm Brazilian. I lived in UK and Italy for a while, but I'm back in Brazil right now. And I started to work with creative development a long time ago, probably when I was uh, 12 or 13 years old, long time ago. And it's always my passion to work with creativity and technology, right? So always working with development along with 3D and video and all this kind of stuff. And I had my first experience with AR, probably it was 2016, I think, when I started to learn by myself about AR core on Unity, right? So I've been using Unity for some time. Back in 2016, and I started to play around with some AR frameworks, and found very interesting. And surprisingly, I started to get some contacts from companies that wanted to do some AR jobs, right? So I worked for two companies at that time, doing very simple projects, right? Using Unity and AR Core. And after that, it stopped, and maybe after 2 years, and never heard back about these clients. And it seemed to me that the AR market wasn't so good, going so well. But in 2020, I knew about AFWall, that it's a web AR platform, and I started to learn a little bit of the platform, and it used 3JS. It's a JavaScript framework that I've been using since 2014, probably. And for me, it was very straightforward, very easy to learn, right? And I started to do some freelance work for some companies from the UK and the United States. And well, basically, this is what was my premiere with AR technology. And in this, I've been working with AR. Focus on AR actually since 2020, so it's been 2 years and a half working full time with AR, and I've been working with them very interesting projects, very interesting clients. Now I'm creative developer at Blipper, that it's one of the biggest AR players in the market. They are from UK, and I've been doing some interesting jobs for General Mills, for NatWest Bank, for in Brazil. I worked as freelancer for some big studios and some big studios from UK. And yeah, basically that's it. To make clear that I started with 12, 13 years old, but not exactly with AR, right? Because AR, it's quite new stuff. But I started to work with creativity and development. So, for example, when I was 12 years old, I started a course of a language called Logo. It exists actually. It's basically on Pascal, and it's basically a drawing language on when you type comments and you have a little turtle on screen, and this turtle draw a line, a circle, an arc, or a point, and basically this give you the first steps on the development. So it was basically my real first steps on this, right? And I think this gave me interest and experience to do what I'm doing right now, that it's working with illustration, video, and animation, and 3D. And for example, I started to work with 3D when before existing 3D Max. So it was 3D Studio for DOS. So it was very rudimentary. But yeah, it's a quite long time ago. Yeah, at Paper, I've been working with very interesting clients like General Mills. We built an AR experience for the Winter Games that was in China for General Mills for the Cheerios cereal. And after that, I'm working for example, for NatWest, the bank in the UK. It was a very interesting project that it's going to be launched probably tomorrow officially. And a very interesting project that it's an AR experience for kids, and the kids can use this AR experience on the schools to learn more about money, about knowing the coins, doing some simple maths, and doing some basically to start understanding about money and start understanding about the currency. Yeah, I think AR tech it's going to mix up with VR at some point, right? Because, for example, now you can do some AR projects using your Oculus Rift, or actually Oculus Quest or Meta Quest right now. And so you can see the camera, they call it pass-through, and you can see the real world through the headset. So I think in the future, maybe in 3 or 4 years, these technologies are going to mix up, and you will be able to do interesting stuff in AR and VR at the same time, right? More specifically for the AR on phones, right, on smartphones. I think it's getting more and more interesting, especially because the web browsers, the mobile browsers actually are going to be more powerful, and nowadays you don't need to download an app to see to interact with any AR experience. So you can do this using your phone browser, or using Instagram or Facebook, or using Snapchat. But the mobile browser, it's totally seamless, so there is no friction when you, for example, you see an advertising on TV asking you to open this AR experience. So you don't need to download anything. You just point your phone to the QR code on the screen, and you start to interacting right now. So I think this feature it's based on it. No friction. You don't need to download anything. You don't need to put any headset. You just tap on your phone and you can interact with the experience if you were in your house, or if you're at work, if you're on the streets. And I think this is the future. Yeah, as I work mainly for UK and USA market, I think the brands are using a lot AR. So you can see, for example, you go to the supermarket and you can see a cereal box giving you an AR experience, or you can buy for example, alcoholic drink like Baileys, or like a whiskey that I've been working with some clients from this segment, and the clients are understanding that the interaction that the users are able to do with AR experience are much richer and much more interesting than, for example, a simple ad like a video or a film or animation or anything, because you can interact. It's totally immersive, and you can interact with the content. You can shape your face using some face filter, and you can interact with it, and you can participate on some promotion or something, and you can take some screenshot of your experience and share with your friends, and it is very interesting. And I think the clients are more aware of it, and it's getting more and more interesting, especially for these for these countries like UK and United States. For example, in Brazil, it's still very beginning, because it's a bit expensive to do to build AR experience for Brazilian standards, right? So, for example, if you're going to spend a bunch of dollars to build some AR experience, you could put your ad on TV and reach much more people at the same time. So this is the challenge that I see that is happening in Brazil and probably in India and other countries. But I think it's getting more and more. The clients are being more and more aware that it's not all about audience. It's all about it's all about the way that you engage your audience. So sometimes it's worth much more if you can reach a smaller number of people with more interesting experience, right? Than broadcasting a TV ad that million of people are going to see, but probably they are not they are not watching the TV right now. They are using the phone. So the clients are getting more interested in AR more and more. It was one of my first AR jobs for a Brazilian client. It was a fashion brand in Brazil called CNA. That's not Brazilian, but they are big here in Brazil. And it was the first AR experience inside the Big Brother Brazil TV show. So it was an AR experience synchronized with the TV show. So basically, when you had the TV show, the ad started on inside the Big Brother TV show, and they showed a QR code, and you could interact with the AR experience at the same time that it was happening on TV, and with synchronized content. So it was very interesting to build this experience, and it was the first AR experience, the big AR experience that happened in Brazil. And yeah, I'm very proud that I had the chance to work with this client.